Hello all and welcome to a charity shop hunt video over multiple days again. This is day one, which is September the 1st, which is a Tuesday. There it is, nearly forgot. So yeah, in Stortford, check out the usual charity shops, hopefully pick up something. Little gander at CEX, it's not guaranteed to pick something up because it's a bit bare in there the last few times I've been in there, but yes, let's go and start hunting. Day one is done in the charity shops and a little hunt in CEX, and we did leave with a couple of bits. Now, did do a little bit of footage inside the Salvation Army, and that was only because when I go in there it's the same couple of football games that have been there for ages. However, I've seen those FIFAs on there, 16, 17, 18, 19, just took me by surprise that they actually had something new. But the trading value on FIFA 19 was only 40p, and they charged 50p a game, and obviously FIFA 19 will be the highest, so I was never going to pick any of those up. But the usual charity shop, which you saw a quick scan footage in because I was trying to go as quick as possible, because I saw one game on the counter as I was going in, and quickly scanned the shelf to make sure there was nothing new there, and there wasn't. It also gave me the chance to check the trading value of that game, and it had a little bit of a markup because I knew they were going to charge me 50p for it. And that game was, don't laugh, won't be keeping it, was, let me get it the right way around, Zuzu Puppies, trading value of £1.60. So it cost me 50p, £1.10 markup in trading value. Gonna be worth it, doubling my money. It's all I ever really ask minimum. So yeah, picked that up for 50p and trading in for £1.60. And then I went to the other charity shops as well, and I've got a new favourite. And they have sort of even some retro stuff in there as well. And those know, well, many of you know that I collect PlayStation 1 Platinums, and I went into that charity shop, which has now become a favourite of mine, and lo and behold, in the glass cabinet they only had Metal Gear Solid on the Platinum label as well, $7.99. Now CEX sell this on the Platinum label for £15, on the Black label for £18, but £15 on the Platinum label, and it's mint as well. It's absolute scratch-free disc, manual in there as well, $7.99, snapping that up all day long. But apart from that, I did go to CEX, looking at 360 stuff. 360 stock is well down. I think it's even less than I went in there last time. Certainly nothing new. So didn't even pick up anything from CEX. No cheapies for the collection, but I am well pleased with that at $7.99. So well pleased with that, and that wraps up day one. So it'll be on to day two from here. Day two, Friday the 4th of September. Time to hit the charity shops and hope people have traded loads of stuff into CEX and the shelves aren't that bad. You never know, might pick something up there too. So let's get day two hunt started. And day two is done. So usual charity shop first. You'll have seen some footage from me going in there, and in there you'll have seen me pick up Gardening Mama in the footage. Now I know the Mama games kind of have a little bit of value, or a decent bit of value from time to time, so I picked that up, put it aside, and start to check out the value. Check out the value, but it's got a £1.60 trading. Now they charge either 50p per game or sometimes 50p for two games, sort of buy one get one free thing. So I did what I usually did though, checked it out, 160 trading value, I'll have that for 50p, but did what I also do, and that is check that everything is inside it, and should be, right manual, but we've got the game Cooking Mama 2, but I decided to still pick it up, because if I can find a case for Cooking Mama 2, that trades in for £3, and obviously if I've ever come across cart only, I can trade in that as well. So they tend to hold their value, the Mama games, so that was well worth picking up for what was 50p. Now last time I went in, I walked past the counter, there was something on the counter, game wise, and I ended up leaving with it. And the same thing happened again. So while I was there checking out the value of this, I checked out the value of this, which was on the counter, World of Zoo. Trading value of £1.10, CEX sell it for £3.50, so I had that away as well. So I thought 50p each for those would be good, 50p for both of them would be even better, and that is what they charged me. So I've made on my 50p in trading on that alone, and then hopefully we can pair some stuff up for this in the future. Okay, so it did go in CEX, and CEX wasn't as bad as last time, so they had some trade-ins clearly, and that obviously pleased me. So I left with 3 games, some cheap end titles, and I saw on there they had MotoGP 06. I don't have that one. I have some other motorbike games that are 2008 and onwards. So MotoGP 06 for only £2, nice clean copy, complete with manual. Of course, all of the games I pick up have to have manuals in the box before I take them to the counter generally, and if they don't and I really want them, I ask. So yeah, nice clean copy of that. Also, we'll go a year later, I've got MotoGP 07 as well. Again, superb clean copy of that, lovely manual in it, great condition, going in the collection as well. Knock another cheapie off the list. And then finally, sticking with motorsports, Colin McRae Dirt 2. We've got Dirt 3, now I've got Dirt 2. I thought £4 was a good price for that, comes complete with manual as well. So day 2, not a bad day out. Got a little bit for trade and more stuff for the collection ticked off. So there we go, it's on to day 3. And welcome to day 3. It is Saturday the 5th of September. We've done 2 days in Stortford, so it's time to do the big charity shops in Harlow. Now the one I go to quite a bit, that's done quite well for us in the past, I went to last time, I left with nothing for the very first time in what felt like forever, because they stopped taking donations. I'm hoping, because it's been a good week or so since I've last been, that there could be something. Who knows, fingers crossed. But last time I went and did leave with something, the one behind it, which I don't normally film in, I did leave with some quality PS2 games. I do always go in there, so I'll be going in there again as well. Might even be worth filming in there, well, let's see. But for now, let's get this hunt started and get to those big charity shops. And that is day 3 done. I'm at the train station waiting to go home, so just showing you what I have picked up. Now, I wasn't optimistic when I went into it, but when I did go into that first charity shop, it looked like they did have quite a bit of new stock, because last time I went there was a little note on the door saying they weren't taking in any donations. However, I have left with something, but it wasn't as good as it could have been, because at the end of the footage of the first charity shop, you'll have seen me pick up a load of DS games and then pick up the Nintendogs Dalmatians game, which always has £3 to £4 worth of trading value at CEX. That's always a good pickup for 50p. However, do what I usually do, always check for games and obviously quality Opened it up, no game inside. Thought I'd open the other 3 up to see if I could find it in there, you know, in case it ended up with the wrong box by mistake. No games in any of them. So sadly, they were either donated like that, or unfortunately, someone's had a 5-finger discount and made away with them, which sadly does even happen in charity shops. But anyway, went through all the DVDs, and as you'll see in my bag here, I have got what is 9. I know there's sort of 5 amongst box sets here, but they do 10 DVDs in there for £1. I got 9. I couldn't actually find a 10th one. Picked up this In-Betweeners box set, series 1, 2 and 3 there. Actually trades in at CEX for £1, and that is where that is going. So all of a sudden, that's paid for everything here, and the rest are going to be resold for profit, with the exception of one. So yeah, Disney DVDs always got a bit of resale value. So Cars and Wreck-It Ralph, £2 to £3 each. Nice little bit of profit there to be made. Then I started hunting for stuff, and I picked up Shark's Tale just because it's in really good nick. You probably only get £1 to £2 for that on eBay. And the Ultimate Spider-Man there, that totally piqued my interest, so I might give that a watch. Probably get a couple of quid for that on eBay as well. And then finally, this Peter Kay box set here in CEX is only 50p for the entire box set, but I like me a bit of Peter Kay, so I'm probably going to be watching those and be keeping those. So yeah, unfortunately no games. Other games that they had in there, obviously you had your FIFAs and your PES and your cheap sports titles. They had GTA Prologue, GTA 5 Prologue, which is only a 50p game in CEX with a trading of 1p. Thought about picking up the Incredibles PS2 game. Sadly, no manual, scratched to high hell, so had to leave that behind. And there was also a Buzz game, which when I looked it up, was surprisingly had a good bit of trading to it. But then again, like I always do, check the disc. I had a lump in it, and I was just like, yes, CEX ain't taking that. So games-wise, it was a bit of a bust, but £1 for all these DVDs, got me £1 back there, make a little bit of money here. So at least I've got something out of the day. Anyway, went into the other one, got a little bit of footage in there as well. However, it looks like I left with the best of it last time I went. PlayStation 2 games all had £1 on them. A couple of Call of Duty games I thought about picking up for a friend. However, discs scratched to high hell, so left those behind. And then beyond that, it was a lot of cheap sports titles, so yeah, left them behind as well. Did leave with one game though, and I think I mentioned last time I saw it there and didn't pick it up, even though I wouldn't mind playing it. But this time I decided I will pick it up because I won't mind playing it. I think it's more than £1 in CEX, so yeah, that's cool that I've saved a little bit of money there. But it's a nice clean copy in box with manual, and as I say, all the rest either cheap sports titles or scratched to high hell. The only other game that I left behind that I would have picked up if it was in there, because yep, always check, was the Just Dance on the Wii, which you might have seen very top left, because they had 20p on that and it trades in for 90p, so I might have just picked that up for just a little bit of a trade profit, even though it's not much. But yeah, checked the disc, couldn't check the disc, wasn't there. So just that game for today. So today's not been the greatest of day outs, but at the same time, you know, I like to show that it's not all bells and whistles every time we go out, but there's a little bit of money to be made here. Got a game that I want to play, so yeah, there's a little bit of mild success personally for me, shall we say. But yeah, not the most glamorous and glorious of days out. So with that, it's time for me to finish waiting for the train, which I think is only about 5 minutes away now, and get on home. But before we do, it's time to say thank you very much for watching, and as always, please do take care.